Her bio grandpa was found dead, and a reporter tracked down her family. Oh, yeah, Allie B from Tennessee. Right. Wait for it. It's getting deep. Now they all laugh.
Oh, no.
I don't know.
A reporter doxed you.
The reporter did it on her own.
You weren't shocked about that? I mean, but that's happening in a lot of families, actually, with the DNA testing. That happened in our family. Some of our family members did some DNA testing, and we found out that my grandpa had a love child. So seems to be happening a lot.
The reporter, what? Okay.
Yeah, she like traced back the family tree and then like.
Well, because they found somebody. They wanted
Because
to know.
your dad was a prominent business guy?
No, so long story short, I guess everybody's gonna go find this article. Have fun. Please don't post my dad side by side with his biological father. He'll never forgive me for that one.
They know that everybody's going to hear this. This is proof that they know that me or somebody else is going to play this and review it. Did you hear that?
Oh, the reporter, what? Okay.
Yeah, she like traced back the family tree and then like.
Well, because they
give you permission to talk about this. Maybe it's not the right thing to do, Grayson.
They found somebody. They wanted
Because
to know.
your dad was a prominent business guy?
No, so long story short, I guess everybody's gonna go find this article. Have fun. Please don't post my dad side by side with his biological father. He'll never forgive me.
Probably super excited about this because, you know, she's got her problematic dad who went to prison. So she's like, yeah, talk about your family. I do.
For that one. But my biological grandpa was essentially, he died in a homeless encampment in Canada.
They didn't know who he was.
They didn't know who he was.
So the reporter said, let's go find out who this man is.
He had no family, he had nobody. And so this sweet reporter, like,
wanted to give him an identity.
She wanted to give him an identity, and she wanted to trace back his life. He was known as, his name was George. People called him Yogi, and then they called him Bunny George because he would carry bunnies around with him. And long story short, they get in contact with, like, they trace back to California. They trace his family. My dad found out he has a half brother through this, and then they trace back my dad's biological mom, who my dad found when the internet first became a thing. So they traced her back, and she goes, well, he has a son. We had a kid together that we gave up for adoption. So that's how this reporter connects to our family. She flew in from Canada, met the family, did a whole interview, but that was a very long way of saying that my grandpa had schizophrenia or schizoaffective disorder. And so when you mentioned it a couple times, like, could there be a link? We've always like kind of wondered with my brother, like, what caused it, right? Like,
schizophrenia can take hold for females later in life. So, Grayson.
Is it just genetic? Like, did it skip a generation? So, like, because my dad doesn't have it, so did it skip you know what I mean? Like, or like, also my brother was without oxygen for a little bit at birth, so that's always been like a question: did that cause brain damage? Like, you know, we just skip it. You know what I mean? Like, or like, also my brother was without oxygen for a little bit at birth, so that's always been like a question: did that cause brain damage? Like, you know, we just don't know. But when you mentioned schizophrenia, it made me wonder if could there be a link.
Junie's right here, but he's not saying too much. He's a little hormonal today. Well, he is saying he's squawking and being a little naughty, but he's a little bitey today. So we're staying out of Junie's feathers, right? He woke up this way. He woke up on the wrong side of the perch. Come here. Come here. No bites. Come here. Want to say hi? You're not very talkative. He was doing the vocal warm-ups with me today. Want to do how many woodchucks? How many woodchucks could a woodchuck chuck? If a woodchuck could chuck woodchucks. He just says woodchuck, woodchuck, woodchuck. Can you say woodchuck, woodchuck, woodchuck? Yeah, he's not taking a shower right now. I'm trying to limit the showers. I'm a little worried about, I feel like it's too many showers. Plus my water bill, well, not my water, but my electric bill went way up. So, yes, you are a cutie. Who's a cutie? Huh? Sweet boy. Mommy loves the box. I wish I knew what he was saying right there. He says it all the time. What, baby? It sounds like he's... It sounds like he's saying something about Maybelline outside, but I don't think that's. Mommy, Mrs. Maybelline? Maybe that's what he's saying. I don't know.
Could you have it?
Schizophrenia and autism. Does that make sense?
Sorry, but yes,
Schizophrenia made me wonder if
he is here. I'm going to do some lives this week that you'll see me. I'm going to come on camera. And like I said, I'm going to do some Feel Good University where we go to the Kava Kava bar and do a live from there. So you'll see Junie this week sometime.
could there be a link between schizophrenia and autism? Does that make sense? Loaded question.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm looking at John's face. I don't think you know. Do you know?
well, I think okay. Again, like there is a potential link between autism and psychosis and violence.
Okay.
What?
But I mean, yeah, there could be. You know, when you talk about your brother and the prenatal, remember I was talking about the importance of the prenatal environment.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so
Doesn't perform, will he?
that could be part of it. Like the lack of oxygen for a brief period there could have clearly affected brain development.
Yeah.
But it sounds like there were a combination of factors that kind of came together.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, schizophrenia has a large genetic component.
Right. Well, I was just like, my broader question was like, could my biological grandpa's diagnosis have something to do with my brother?
Sure.
I don't know, because up until that point, we really like until that article came out and that woman came and told my parents about my dad's biological dad.
You're like,
My parents were like, "What caused it?" Like they didn't, and then they were like, "Wait, maybe that." You know what I mean? Like they finally got like a little bit of information about his dad, and so then that's always just been like a question we've always.
I guess you'd have to know. I'd want to know with your.
Yeah, he said so many words. He just said cutie there. He likes to say cutie cutie. He says Junie's booty. He says mommy loves the bug. I love you. He does the woodchuck thing. He says treat. He gets thirsty mixed up with hungry. He says he's thirsty, and that could mean he's either thirsty or he's hungry. So he's quite the talker. But his dad was a talker. His dad talks quite a bit.
Grandfather, like how severe the schizophrenia was, right?
John's getting worried.
Look, I have the article pulled up because I actually wanted to ask about this. His mental health problems became more pronounced around this time. Various psychiatric reports, as well as his sister, would later say that he suffered from either paranoid schizophrenia or schizoaffective disorder.
Okay.
Much of his 20s was spent on Southern California beaches, surfing and living what friends described as a beach bum lifestyle.
I got her grandpa on the
His
screen.
cousin remembered him as somewhat of a black sheep who never seemed particularly driven to work.
She's reading the article. Listen, she's reading the article that I have pulled up because the article's behind a paywall. And John is now getting worried, in my opinion. He's like, wait a minute. I don't think I knew this about you. This is her grandfather, and he wants to know how severe it is.
Yeah, because Grayson
There's his bunnies.
And schizophrenia usually takes with girls later in life up to 29, 30. So yikes, Grayson.
Is that his tongue? I can't tell. I don't know. I pulled up what she said. She's reading the article for us.
Driven by work or family. And then Yogi's favorite thing was surfing. The only job he ever had was a bagger at a local grocery store in Laguna. That's all he did. So Vancouver woman who became a friend and landlord of him later in life.
Okay, so hear that door? Lauren's been away. She's been in the shitter. I listened to this part. She's been in the shitter. She hasn't heard all of this. Okay? She doesn't know exactly what John has just been told.
Opening and closing was? Okay.
She's about to come back to the mic.
I believe the onset of his
Yes, and John is bookless for this. He's bookless for this portion of the podcast.
mental illness, she believes schizophrenia in his early 20s was the reason from his withdrawal and family in California.
She said, did you hear that? I might need to replay that. Listen what they say about her grandfather, her blood relative. Listen.
Landlord of him later in life believed the onset of his mental illness, she believes schizophrenia in his early 20s was the reason from his withdrawal and family in California.
Now listen to John. early 20s. How old is Gray Bay? 24.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a hella raid.
The girls, the boys, it's usually the teens, like 17-ish, and the girls, it happens later.
Thank you so much, Hella,
That's
for the raid tonight.
Thank you for your
and
support.
I also hope I'm not like foreshadowing anything.
Welcome in, Hella's peeps. We have we're listening to Gray Bay's family history. We're getting the family tree of Gray Bay. We have her grandfather, Papa. Bless his soul. He's up on the screen. She's telling us all about this. Yeah, he was diagnosed in his early 20s. Hella.
Lord of him later in life believed the onset of his mental illness, she believes schizophrenia in his early 20s, was the reason from his withdrawal and family in California. So
How did he end up in Canada?
I think it's in this article, but this is a really long article that I've read like 10 times.
Okay.
This is Grayson's bio grandfather.
Yeah, it's
So I think the answer would be yes.
he withdrew from family, and then
Yeah,
I think
makes sense.
he ended up, his family, he's from Germany,
Okay.
and then I believe,
Mental health issues. Why? I don't even know how we got here.
okay, yeah, so just after the Second World War, they immigrated to Canada, lived in Ontario, and then California. And then he was an avid surfer, a U.S. Air Force enlistee, spent time in prison and time on the
I don't know why we're doing this.
street.
Mm.
He
How
could,
is this in relation to this case that we were just talking about? This one right here. This boy who, okay. Well, but you know what? Perhaps I'm getting ahead of myself, so I'm just gonna back the truck up and come back here.
be self-destruct. His journey was made more difficult by mental health issues. He could be self-destructive and violent, but also gentle and compassionate, particularly to the wild rabbits he caught and cared for. And more than any
Yes,
other
she
pursuit
is.
or group of humans, became part of his persona.
Interesting.
That or the boxed wine gives her the shits.
Yeah.
You hear John?
So,
He's
yeah,
like, interesting. He's scooting away. He's going to the other side of the bed. Right, Kitty? Starting to make sense.
I think there could be some relationship.
I wonder. I mean, I guess there wouldn't be a way for me to like ever get those records with her. It would be interesting.
I mean,
Well, who
I could.
who diagnosed him?
You're asking the wrong person. I'm just reading an article of my grandfather that I've never met.
You might be able to get him if he's deceased. I think
I don't know. It would be interesting to see how bad it was.
sounds like it was pretty bad if it was paranoid schizophrenia.
Yeah. And then I know he didn't talk to
Oh,
his family
sorry.
at all.
That door when you heard it was Lauren leaving. She went in the shitter. She's in the shitter right now. Yeah, he's scared. He doesn't know what to say.
I keep waiting for Lauren to say something. I thought she was coming out of the shitter. Okay, yeah, the boxed wine gives her the shits. That's what she said. That's what she whispered. That was the whispering that we heard back yonder. I got the shits. I'll be right back.
It's like, I don't have a script to tell me what to say to this. I didn't expect this. You're in your early 20s. Your
I know.
family has schizophrenia that runs in your genes.
I feel like we could do a meme here where John is sitting there with, those googly eyes looking at Gray Base, and the caption could be, who's going to tell her, right? Who's going to tell her?
And you're basically living here with me and my wife and my kids. And my wife is living with you at your apartment.
See how bad it was.
Sounds like it was pretty bad if it was paranoid schizophrenia.
Yeah. And then I know he didn't talk to his family at all because I believe at one point.
Okay, but
my dad.
We can look at the photo here and do a little deduction that perhaps it wasn't good, right? I mean, people don't generally. Oh, wait, that isn't his tongue in there. Let me get closer. Is that his tongue? No, that's not his tongue. But I mean, the way he's dressed, and we've got, probably a homeless person back here in the building. And we know that he left society pretty early. And so, I mean, it's not good. It's not good.
I've contacted his sister, and his sister just said, you don't want to know him. He's a bad guy. And that was it.
Oh my God. This is going to be This is getting interesting. Wow. Jennifer Martinez, you need to start from the beginning. Oh my God. I told you the end was juicy.
Leave at one point.
Come and knock on our door. Come and knock on our door. Waiting for you.
It's getting spicy.
My dad contacted his sister, and his sister just said, "You don't want to know him. He's a bad guy." And that was it. And my dad was just like, "Okay." And then never really knew anything else until nobody really ever, it was like kind of just like nobody talked. And my dad was just kind of like, "I don't really want to open that can of worms."
Yeah.
And so it was never really a thing until this reporter brought down all this information that nobody had ever known about him.
Right. Wow.
Like all of a sudden my dad like learned everything.
Yeah.
Or well, I guess what he could learn.
How old was your dad when he learned all that? Do you remember?
I think it was back in like 2014. Like I remember being in middle school when it happened.
Okay, so I did word that wrong. Grayson wasn't adopted. Her dad was. This is her dad's bio dads. This is still her bio.
I thought she said it right because that's who I thought it was. It was her bio dad was adopted, and this is her bio grandfather that she never met, that has schizophrenia because he left the family because he got it. You know, boys generally get it. 17 to 20 is when the boys tend to get it, and girls can get it as late. I've heard 30, but it's usually 29 is the cutoff. But again, I work through I'm giving you old information. I haven't been practicing as a social worker. My BA is in social psych, and I haven't been a practicing worker for a while. And I believe to be up to date with these things because psychology and sociology is always changing. But that's what I understand.
Grandpa. She wasn't adopted though. I think I misunderstood that.
And so your dad really had no idea of who his father was.
He knew his name, and like my grandma would like occasionally say like a thing or two, but really no.
Okay.
Like my grandma and him got married. They had my dad, they put him up for adoption at birth. And that was it. And then my grandma always hoped that she would talk to him again, but then, you know, which did end up happening because there was a name mishap. They were supposed to change the name on the birth certificate because it was a closed adoption, and the doctor didn't do it.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So that's how my dad found his mom. And then so she would say like a little bit about him, but she never really talked much. Short marriage. And then, you know, so my dad just didn't know anything. So when he found out about like all the schizophrenia and stuff like that, it led to a lot of questions within our family of like, could this be partially where the mental health issues come in?
Does the brother have schizophrenia? Is she muted? Let me move it forward.
Please thank her in the chat. Say, hey, if you think John is literally saying, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. He's dumb, but he ain't that dumb. Lauren's still in the shitter. Has no idea that Grayson is spilling all of this to John. I don't know if she would care, but
that's a good one to have. I did a lot of drama classes and communication because I started off with my being communication / psychology, and then halfway through I switched to sociology, psychology with a heavy emphasis on communications. So I love drama. I used to direct at the community theater. I've directed a few plays. I directed Dracula, Dial M for Murder. I was in a few plays. You Can't Take It With You. And so, yeah, love that kind of stuff.
I see lots of ones. He got very quiet. He's like, yeah, This just kind of changed. The whole tone, the whole feel changed.
I think your brother may have had.
Not me. I was the big dum-dum who didn't go to freshman. I hated freshman orientation. Didn't see a point in it. Didn't see a point. Couldn't bring myself to go to it. So I just eked by with a D. And let me tell you, a D will bring your GPA down. And I fought that for the rest of my time. I even considered retaking freshman orientation because I had heard that you could retake it. But I just couldn't bring myself to do that either. So I just barely got a B GPA because of that.
Schizophrenia?
We want.
That was the tell-all for me. He's like, this is John, guys. do you think your brother might have schizophrenia? I mean,
That's what I'm thinking.
oh, Janice says he's not concerned. He's
Do you think it's possibly not autism and schizophrenia because they could have some overlapping things that seem a lot alike, maybe?
getting arousal. 1 for concern, 2 for arousal. 1 concern, 2 arousal.
I think he's a little alarmed right now. I think he's still in the alarmed phase.
You can be honest. It's okay. No one will judge you.
Mental health issues come in.
Do you think your brother may have had schizophrenia?
We wondered for a little bit, but no, I don't think so now.
We
But,
wondered?
like, I think when he was like 18, we did wonder for a little bit.
Wondered, then wouldn't you have him tested? I'm a little speechless. You wondered? So you don't know. He probably has schizophrenia, you guys. Allegedly, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only.
Like it was
Yeah.
rough. Right around the time, it was really rough. Luckily, I think he's stabled out since then. But yeah, it was
I wish this was on
not easy
camera.
back at that point. And so we, I guess it was like our family was just trying to get answers, trying to figure out how this is caused and what do you do? Like,
Right.
I think.
I think you guys are trying to understand influences on your brother.
Right.
Influence.
And then like my parents
doesn't
were just
know
at a
what to
lost
say.
cause of like, what do we do? How do we help them?
Yeah.
And with the lack of resources can also come resources that aren't helpful that people get led into, right? So like, for example, my brother's 17.
Doing-
Somebody tells my parents about wilderness therapy. Says this is the best for him.
Hold on. What?
Can you imagine? This kid probably has schizophrenia and they sent him away to wilderness therapy. Jeez.
She's in wilderness therapy. What's going on? What the fuck? Okay, you guys, we know that John worked in wilderness camps for kids, teens.
What?
How's John going to react to this, I wonder?
What is happening now?
So like, for example, my brother's 17. Somebody tells my parents about wilderness therapy. It says this is the best for him.
I heard him laugh.
Okay.
So when he was 17,
Or
he essentially got like kidnapped and taken to wilderness therapy.
And there's no wilderness camp in this country that is legit. Not one. There's no good camps like that are good. Allie, thank you for your super chat. Super chat. I told you this shit gets crazy, dude. We ain't even done. They still go on for another 15 minutes. I'm telling you, these 3 are dangerous. Only a matter of time. We will wait. Right. Wilderness therapy for someone who they thought was schizophrenic and had all these. Yeah.
horrible children.
Oh, man, Shauna. Oh, wait, it gets better. Okay, I'm going to shut up. Here we go. Smoke them if you got them.
The best for him.
Okay.
So when he was 17, he essentially got like kidnapped and taken to wilderness therapy for a few months.
Do you remember, did he go to Utah?
He went to Utah. Yeah.
Went to Utah?
Yeah.
Like southern Utah?
I think it was southern Utah. Yeah.
Probably. Okay.
Yeah. And he was there for like 3 months.
It's like he knows the camp. Did he go to Utah? Southern Utah? Was it Big Mo's camp? Yeah, I know about it.
Like literally till his 18th birthday. It was like my parents like last ditch effort.
Did it work?
No.
Just help them.
Yeah.
I don't think they do work. I think they cause a lot of residual issues. Right? Like my brother has abandonment issues because he thought he was going on the trip of a lifetime to San Francisco and had a layover.
He laughed at that.
And then they stuffed him in a car and take him. They didn't tell him where they were taking him. Look, I'm not blaming my parents. My parents were told that this was what was best.
Yeah.
Like professionals told my parents to do this. The doctor the psychiatrist that my parents were working with said do this. So like my parents thought that they were doing what they should. So they coughed up $55,000 cash, sent him on his way, and thought that this would fix him, and instead it like traumatized him.
Yeah.
$55,000? It sounds like Grayson's family had more money than they knew what to do with it. Jeez. Just send him away. That'll fix it.
Because I just don't think those things are good for kids, but.
Right. And I mean, if there is a diagnosis of autism, it's not going to help with that.
Right. No, sleeping outside and carving your own spoon.
Lauren is taking the longest shirt ever.
Sid, thank you for the cooter chat. Thank you for breaking the monotony. She's taking the longest shit ever. He'll swear for you too. Yeah, this is wild stuff, right?
Yeah.
The door just opened.
Right. Yeah. If there's sensory integration issues or like wilderness therapy, I don't know. That's.
You guys are still going?
Yeah, we're talking about
I
wilderness.
took a bathroom break, I'll be honest.
Well, I was explaining my grandpa background, and then I brought up again lack of resources, and then how parents can often, when they think they have the resources, it could be the wrong resource. For my brother, my parents were told that.
Wait, hold on. Okay, so what I think that could be happening here, just hear me out, okay? Picture me with my tinfoil hat on. Hear me out. Could it be that Grayson has been listening to us and reading everything that's on Reddit about John? And is she hosing John right now? I know hosing is probably a really 1980s term. Is she punking John right now? Is she fucking with John right now? Because she's like, because I really don't think those are good for kids. Trolling him. There you go, Pines. Is she trolling John right now?
She must know that John
While Lauren was gone.
was going to do.
I'm old, Sleuthy. Cut me a sprout here.
Maybe
Trolling. Okay, I say hosed. You say trolling. But it just feels like it. It feels like she's poking. Or she made up the story to be relatable. That's, moderator, that is very possible.
Again, lack of resources, and then how parents can often, when they think they have the resources, it could be the wrong resource. For my brother, my parents were told that wilderness therapy was the right move.
Oh, really? They had wilderness therapy?
The psychiatrist, they were.
In southern Utah.
No,
Wilderness therapy. So did he go to wilderness therapy in southern Utah?
Yeah.
They did a Chad Frankie?
They pulled a Chad Frankie.
Oh my God, they're laughing about Chad Frankie? Pulled a Chad Frankie?
they're quirky.
Fuck directly off.
They tell you
Wow, man. Wow.
they're quirky people. They like to back
Oh, we're here for the victims.
you. They're quirky.
We're here for the victims. He was a kid, man.
In southern Utah.
In southern, wilderness therapy. So did he go to wilderness therapy in southern Utah?
Yeah.
They did a Chad Frankie?
They pulled a Chad Frankie.
Yeah, they pulled a Chad Frankie, which was probably it was probably the worst thing they could have done at that point.
Utah is like a big hotbed for those. That's interesting. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I was telling you, my parents were told that like this was the best thing they could do for him. It would get him on the right track. And
Grayson, it sounds like she's leading them.
Do you like it?
yeah. Well, I was telling you, my parents were told that like this was the best thing they could do for him. It would get him on the right track. And
So do you like it?
no.
Did they kidnap him?
Yeah,
That's what they always do, man. Is that what they did to Chad Frankie too?
I think so.
Yeah, they did.
So for him, they told him, I knew ahead of time, and I was told, like, I think they literally instructed my parents to tell me, like, if she says anything, she's going to. Because like I was told, like, if you say anything, you're going to.
What?
So I remember
Distortion.
And they
What?
thought that was funny. Wow.
What? You're going to? What in the pure fuck? And they're laughing, y'all. They're laughing. Where is difficult research? Oh my God, Crusha. Under Crusha is gonna be so fucking mad at this.
like if she says anything, she's going to. Because like I was told, like if you say anything, you're going to.
my god.
So I remember,
Distortion.
I remember I do remember the day he went away. I had like a massive panic attack at volleyball because I like had like this like intense guilt of what was happening and that I hadn't told my brother.
Wow.
Like I felt like I withheld, like, and I knew what was happening. And I started looking it up as he was there. I got the name of it. Nobody told me the name of it until he was there. And I was like telling my parents, like, this isn't good. Like, you guys don't understand what he's in. And they're like, no, they're telling us it's good. Like, this is, it's the classic story. If you watch any documentary on these places or anything, it's the classic story of what they tell the parents. Like,
They research
Well, it's similar to Nick Reiner and rehab.
Grayson, who's just like a young girl, is able to research it and look it up on the internet. Your parents didn't do that? Seems weird, but okay.
Right. Like
Nick Reiner.
Oh my God, now we're back on Nick Reiner. That was not on my bingo card, and I don't know why. Oh my God. For the person who thinks they're trolling us.
Seems like Nick Reiner is the new case that they like to talk about all the time. It used to be the Vallow case, but now that they can't really mention the Vallow case because they're afraid of the Vallow Woodchuck family. I really believe they're afraid of the family. Now it's the Reiner family that they talk about all the time.
I just don't think, I don't think that this would be a way to troll us, if you will. Like, I feel like if this is trolling us, this makes them look.
I think she's smart enough, but I mean, is she that stupid too? I don't know. I can't like clock Grayson because her eyes trick me. I think her eyes trick me. But her behavior says something else than what her face and her eyes and like her like weird demeanor, right? Grayson's strange. Over on Reddit, people were asking like, what's up with Grayson? Can someone please explain Grayson to me? I listened to the podcast and have watched only a handful of videos. Is she a producer, personal assistant? No. People don't quite understand who or what Grayson is. Here people are saying that she's the current producer. Purportedly, she's in her mid-20s and she worked for Annie Elise before working for Lauren. Grayson first helped Lauren take notes at the Delphi trial when Lauren flew back home for Halloween. Grayson grew up mostly in Kansas. Oh, there it is. Grayson grew up mostly in Kansas, but her family now lives in California. According to Lauren and Grayson, they spend most of each of their days together working. Grayson also watches Lauren and John's 8-year-old son for them too. I have heard some say Grayson is currently living with Lauren and John, but that's not, I believe that Grayson is living in an apartment that Lauren and John help pay for. If not pay for all the way. So here this person is also saying that Grayson was in Kansas. This is the lawsuit I'm talking about. This is the complaint, Grayson Nicole Ure versus Jared Von Steiner. It happened in March 2025, 7 p.m. at March 7th, 3:27 p.m. Comes now the plaintiff, Grayson Nicole Ure, by and through her attorneys, Bruce Allen Broomley and Chloe Elizabeth Davis, and for the cause of action against the defendant, Jared Von Steiner, and hereby alleges and states as follows. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. I'm too far away. Plaintiff Grayson Nicole Ure at all times pled herein was a resident of Johnson County, Kansas. Defendant Jared Von Steiner may be properly served with summons. Defendant DoorDash Inc. is a Delaware foreign for-profit corporation operating in and by virtue of the law of the state of Kansas. Defendant DoorDash LLC is a Delaware foreign limited liability. We're going to skip through that. And that's all I had for the document. What is this trackpad? parties. One file. Yeah, so this is, if you guys want, I will put the links for this. This is a little added. I knew she was from Kansas. I just knew it. It was filed March 7th, 2025. So she does have a, I wonder if Law and Crime is going to pick up on this. Law and Crime. Okay, let's get back. Because I think once we get through this, we're going to end this. So I wanted to get that up there if you guys wanted to take a peek at it. I know some of you were waiting to see it.
Really bad.
Behind the barn, there's a thicket, and if you listen late at night, you'll hear a cricket, and it sings a song, and I know the words.